Do we handle organic waste well?
Well, that's a very, very good question. Do we handle waste well? Right? I don't put the blame solely on the citizens because, you trust that when you put your garbage out that it's going to be managed. But it's a lot. It's a lot for anybody to manage. And I think we have to have a countrywide view of what's the best approach.
Hi everyone, welcome to the next episode of Green Talk. Here with your girl Alicia Barry, owner of Classic Designs Interior Styles. And today's guest, we have Mr. Richard Sebro. He is the president of Central Pathfinders Environmental Foundation. So if you never heard about this foundation before, stay tuned. We're going to talk about it, talk more about what they do, get involved into the actions that they carry about. Good afternoon, Mr. Sebro. How are you? Welcome.
Good afternoon, Miss Barry. Thank you for inviting me.
Most welcome. It's nice to have you here. And again, we're trying to get the information out to you, members of the public, on things that you can do to help us on this journey to environmental sustainability and conservation. So we dive in straight into the questions. First question, who is Central Pathfinders Environmental Foundation?
Okay, well, Central Pathfinders, or CPF as we call it, is a small environmental NGO. We were formally registered in 2015. And we have been encouraging people to be more sustainable in the way that they think about their household waste, the way that they interact and engage with the environment. So we do kind of awareness, we do little workshops. We encourage people to recycle their plastic bottles.
Well, when you say household waste, what aspects of waste do you focus on? Plastics only, organic waste?
Well, we try to provide solutions and try to be solution oriented, because when you tell people to be more sustainable, they say, well, how? What can I do? What is my little impact, of my household? So we try to show people how their waste can be best managed, right? So we focus right now on plastic bottle collection, collecting plastics. We collect it in our group and we disperse it to appropriate recyclers. Or we also have a machine that we've designed called the Captain Turner, which is an urban composter, which is designed to really encourage people to compost, regardless of whether they have 1,000,000 miles of backyard or just, a little 2x4 square. You can still do a little composting with the urban composter, the Captain Turner.
So is organic waste something our country handles well? And I know from a study, although it's dated 2010, that was produced by Swimcall, they had a pie chart showing the amount of waste that the landfills collected. And organic waste was number one, followed by plastic waste. So do we handle organic waste well?
Well, that's a very, very good question. Do we handle waste well? Right? I don't put the blame solely on the citizens because, you trust that when you put your garbage out that it's going to be managed. But it's a lot. It's a lot for anybody to manage. And I think we have to have a countrywide view of what's the best approach. We always think of a circular economy, but what does that really mean? We have to find a way to make useful products out of what we now consider to be waste, right? We've become very wasteful in our development. All right. So we are developing, we're more technological now, and we have all these new things. And we found in our study that people now live in more centralized regions. They tend to be more urban and less in the country, where they would have had just an open compost heap
area,
right? The open compost heap is good, it's effective, but it does tend to attract some vermin and get flies, and you tend to get little odors and stuff. So this was where our innovation came in with the Captain Turner, because it allows people to compost even in small congested areas, and you don't get the smells and the vermin being attracted to it. So once it's managed properly, you have that solution to the problem of organic waste.
So how can someone who probably lives in an apartment, how can they use the innovation that you'll have created, Captain Tuna?
It's perfect for them.
Okay.
It's perfect for them. So what we
just
recommend
put all the
is
waste into...
Absolutely. What we say is 2 parts green to 1 part brown. So we do encourage you to use things like cardboard, shredded cardboard, if you have wood shavings or something like that. So you add that in to your vegetable peels, your pawpaw skin, your watermelon skin, whatever it is. And you fill the Captain Tuna up to the fill line. You rotate it and you leave that for 6 weeks and you get some nice compost out of that. You use it back in your kitchen garden and you're growing cucumbers.
Okay, so it stays rotating constantly for that 6 weeks?
No, it's manually rotated. So you're going to have to manually, So if we put a motor on it, you're going to have to pay a higher price for it.
So if there are persons who want to purchase and say, that's something that I could probably
reach out. Absolutely. It's for sale.
You check them on their social pages. What social pages are you on?
Captain Tuna has its own Instagram page. You can reach out to Central Pathfinders. You can reach out to Central Pathfinders 2014 at gmail.com. By any of those means, we're on Twitter, we're on everything. So
I seen like an emoji for Captain Tuna with a cape. You all have anything like that?
Oh, it's not a cape, It's just a C and a T.
A C and a T?
Yeah.
He needs to be something more dynamic.
You think we need like a...
Yeah, do some kind of emoji for him. That'll be good, man.
Need to get a mascot.
Yeah. So how can people think differently about organic waste and how they dispose of their organic waste? What do you think we could be done there to change the mindset of persons?
Yeah, so as I mentioned or alluded to earlier, we need to change the mindset of what waste is, right? Because organic waste is still useful in terms of returning nutrients to the soil. If we constantly deplete the nutrients from the soil, we just end up with dry dirt, which doesn't have the organic matter. It's not rich in microbes, things that will replenish the nitrates and phosphates for the plants. So you tend to then spend more money in fertilizers if you're thinking of doing your kitchen gardens and stuff. So you can use your organic matter and regenerate your compost, which is very good for the plants, right? You could then produce food out of it. Rather than thinking of it just as waste and it's something to get rid of farm off.
And a lot of organic waste unfortunately comes from groceries and restaurants. So it's to get them to get them to think differently in terms of how they handle that organic waste.
Well, our approach is to go to the households because we think that informing the citizens is the best approach to have that larger scale change take place, right? When you have a community that's crying out and saying, no, well, why don't you compost on a larger scale? Then you could have those bigger institutions using their own techniques, right? So there's some bigger composting machines available. We don't want to overestimate the capacity of the Captain Tuna. It's really for households.
Okay. That's one step. That's one good step, actually.
Yeah, but it's the community that has to have the mindset to make the change. So once they have that mindset change, then they could reach out to the larger bodies and advocate for that change.
So what's the goal for Central Pathfinders in terms of collaborating with the food producers, suppliers, retailers in order for us to minimize that food waste production? What's the goal you'll have in terms of that?
Well, our strategy has been to reach out to, the Joe public and, of course, come on prestigious programs like this and get the word out, all right? Get the word out to the public. And really we focus on the kitchen gardeners and people who will be producing on that scale, right? So the end consumer, that's who we want to make aware by doing this composting. So we also, apart from the recycling activities, we also have outings. We try to encourage people to be more in tune with the environment so they really appreciate what they're preserving, because we have a beautiful country here.
We do.
And we can't let people just, forget that they live here and think they live in New York.
And we are the ones who have to take care of it.
We have to value it. We have to put a value on it and don't let people come and, destroy.
Well, thank you so much for all of that edification and knowledge about Central Pathfinders. So now to keep it fun, we're going to play a game.
Okay.
So this game is called Song Association. Song Association is where I give you a word.
Right.
Any song.
Right.
Any song with the word in the lyric or the title. Bring out that voice. Let's hear what it sounds like.
So I have to sing it?
A little thing. A little thing.
Wow, I didn't know I was going to get my recording deal today. But that's great. Let's go.
All right. Let me keep it easy for you and simple.
Gina and Dana.
See, I have the voice right there, man. All right. So first word, crazy.
Crazy.
Uh-huh.
Give me a song with crazy. What's crazy?
A song with crazy. You had to give me a song with crazy.
Like what?
Any song. I don't know. That's the tricky thing.
Not real tricky. Give my next one.
All right. So next one.
Crazy.
Woman.
Gina and Dina.
Stuck on Gina and Dina. Oh gosh. Okay, an easy one.
Woman in title.
I'll give you the next one. Love. Yes.
Hey boy. Love. Help me out. Hum something.
Oh boy. Nah, you had to get some redemption. One more.
Redemption song? That we want?
No.
Oh, okay. I just watched
I give you one more. Sweet. Come now. Sweet.
Any title?
T-I-T.
Sweet TNT. Oh, how I love my country.
Yeah.
I get one. Any thoughts on that?
That's it.
That's all that.
All right, guys. So thank you for staying tuned to Green Talk. This is our 4th episode of the show, and we hope to bring more episodes, bringing more companies in Trinidad and Tobago that are on the path to environmental conservation and preservation right here in Trinidad and Tobago. Stay tuned for our next episode. Bye.